24th of July, beginning our day. Something I've been thinking about is how the mind changes over time when you practice long-term, when you commit yourself long-term to the practice. So at first, it's when we come to the monastery as anagarikas, then become novices, and then become bhikkhus. And sometimes in the beginning, we just, or even as lay guests, wanting or even expecting fairly quick results, or wanting to get to a state where we're sure of what it's going to be, sure that it's going to work for us. But we can't really ever be sure that something's going to work for us unless we try it out. So it's a bit of a paradox or a catch-22. We want to be sure it's going to work before we move forward, but we won't ever be sure it's going to work unless we move forward. But we want to be sure beforehand. It's like faith, this quality of saddha. Saddha is a little bit different than when we talk about faith in a religion like Christianity, where you just have to believe. And it does kind of hint at having to believe something we can't yet confirm, but it's more like a sense of confidence. So saddha is a very important quality. And then saddha is something we need to be able to get results from the practice. So, but then at first we might take the attitude that, no, I want to get results and then I'll have saddha. I want to get results, then I'll have faith. But actually, saddha, in the way the Buddha describes it, is something that you need before you're going to get the results. So you actually need faith to get the results. So it's a catch-22. It's a conundrum. So we need the faith to get the results. We need the saddha to get the results. The saddha actually puts the mental factors in place, puts the heart on the path. So there's that sense of trust and confidence that we're going to move into something, but we don't know the results yet, but we have enough trust and confidence. We've seen enough, we've heard enough that we can move forward, but we don't have the results. But we have enough confidence. We've met people like Longpa Liam and different Ajahns, and we have enough confidence that we can move forward, but we don't yet know the results. But the more normal way of doing things is we want the results before we move forward. But we're not going to get the results unless we move forward. So if we never move forward, we'll never get the results. So this is this quality of saddha, which is so important. I remember traveling with Longpa Pasano one time, and we were talking about having a little discussion about the 5 faculties, saddha, virya, sati, samadhi, panya. That's normally translated as faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. And there is the 2 sides of it, which is saddha and panya. And panya deals with things that we can work out in our mind, we can know in the moment. Saddha deals with things we don't yet know, haven't yet confirmed. So saddha deals with things we haven't yet confirmed. Panya deals with the things we can know, we can confirm. So Longpa Pasano is kind of like, yeah, most people think like panya, wisdom, discernment, is something that's what brings you to liberation. But that's actually not the case. Panya, or discernment, wisdom, it only brings you to the edge. It brings you to the edge of what is known. But it's saddha that actually jumps off. It's saddha that actually jumps into liberation. So I think that's a very important point, one that can't be stressed enough, that it is that heart quality of being able to courageously move into the unknown. And discussing this word saddha with Venerable Amasiri at Tisarna Monastery, who's fluent in Pali and Sanskrit, really fun to discuss Pali terms with him. Trying to find some sort of appropriate translation for saddha, or what is it really pointing to. And he did mention that it has a feeling tone of courage about it. So that, and in Sanskrit, which is shraddha, then it has the same root as shramana, which means peace, one who is seeking peace. So it has a feeling tone of courage and also a feeling tone of peace within it. So in order to move into something unknown, that takes that quality of saddha. I like that it has a sense of courage about it, because that does, in a way, it's, we can stay in the known. We can just do things as we've always done them. So it's we can get very attached to our suffering, and part of us might want to get out of suffering, but the bigger part of us doesn't want to get out of suffering, because at least it's known. At least we know we're going to suffer. At least this is something that is familiar. So our suffering, our mediocre existence is familiar. It's our humdrum daily life is, maybe we're not happy with it, but at least it's familiar. So there can be that fear of the unknown, of breaking out of the pattern, breaking out of the mold, and moving into something new that is unknown. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad, we don't know, because it's the unknown. So that quality of saddha will allow us to break out of the pattern, break out of the mold. Samsara is a pattern. It's just a feedback loop. So to break out of that, the Buddha's telling us we do need this quality of being able to courageously strive into the unknown. And then when we go into the unknown, that's when the real learning takes place. That's when the real panya can come about. It's a reflection for this morning.